Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode.
Welcome back to the Ether Revolution.
What are we talking about today? My honey cups.
We're going to do goals and going after what you want.
Ooh.
Your bread and butter.
It is. This is kind of like what I thrive off. And it's what I teach the most people. Does that make sense? It's what I
Yeah.
teach to people the most.
Your shoes.
Your shoes. My shoes are fire, man. Honestly, I get complimented on all my shoes every time
I just can't do the whole like wide-legged jeans with a skinny Jordan is just crazy to me.
She wants me to wear like skater shoes, like Etnies and body gloves.
I'm not going to say no because they are cool right now. Like globes and shit.
Ooh.
Fat tongue.
Nah, no way.
Fat tongue DCs.
Nah. Never catch me wearing one of those.
Not those, but like, I don't know.
Don't like try and buy me anything like that for Christmas or anything.
But like I told you about the crop t-shirts on guys and you're like, what the fuck? Like when I bought you one and then you came back from this night out and you were like, babe, there was these Asian dudes that were wearing the crop t-shirts. They look so cool. Where'd you put that shirt?
Yeah, that's all good. But I just can't change my shoes up like that. Like I'm already wearing Vans every now and then.
Okay, goal setting and going after what you want.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like what you teach people like the most, like one of the most important tools with your mindset program.
Yeah, it is. And I teach the youth this a lot because this tool is this tool is relatable to anyone. Where like a lot of the youth can't do like meditation and things like that. So this tool is like what I push the most on them, and I've got the biggest results.
So would you say it's been like the biggest tool to help you, you know, go through like sobriety and then with your boxing and then turning into CrossFit now? Because that's kind of how you started all your changes, like doing those 100 days, which is goals.
Yeah, no, definitely. Definitely. It was the biggest thing that helped me change. And it changed the way I think about everything now. Like almost everything was like a goal. Where like sometimes it gets to the point where you get annoyed and be like, what the hell? Can you just relax? And I'm like
Yeah.
trying to chip away at goals all the time.
Yeah. Or I'm like, can you do some that are like useful for like life skills?
Yeah, hard.
Like Tim was always doing 100 days of push-ups, 100 days of burpees. And I'm like, oh my gosh, can you just like clean up after yourself or like organize, you know, doing things like taxes and like staying on top of your WAF and your rego and like, you know, just like life things that we all have to do. Tim's quite bad at.
Yeah. So that's what I'm doing right now. And
100
that's
days of like organizing
my life.
Yeah.
And this has probably been the hardest one. Even when my alarms go off and remind me to like do certain things, I'm like, fuck, this is so hard. But I think once I'm near the end of the 100 days, I should have my fucking life sorted.
Yeah. Definitely. Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, it's so different to doing physical exercises and things like that. Like, you're already good at those. You're already working out every day. You're already putting in time to your extras every day. Like, that wasn't really... I guess the only thing was actually committing to doing them every single day. Whereas, like, some days if you don't have time for your extras, like, it's all good. You just smash, like, an hour workout, full body, you know, like, it's okay. But that you had to show up every day.
Yeah.
And everyone was waiting for you to post every day, like, wonder if he did them.
Yeah, hard out. One thing I did learn about goal setting is you got to have a strong why. You can't just be having goals for nothing. Like if your goal is to get rich, like why do you want to get rich?
Yeah.
And I think to have that strong why will help you and keep you motivated when it's time to give up or when you think it's time to give up or you think you can't
just
push
go
any
off
longer.
track.
Yeah, you go off track. Like you got to have a strong why.
Purpose is like very strong.
Yeah.
So when you have a solid purpose, I feel like you're always going to come back to it.
Yeah.
And also write that purpose down. Like say you've got a goal to make some money because you might be in financial hardship and you want to get to a certain spot with, like, for your family. Like, write that down. Like, I'm doing this for my family, so that when you have a weekday or you just feel like, you know, oh, don't worry about this goal, you can go back and look at what you wrote down and why you did it. And it's just going to re-inspire you to keep going.
Yeah, and if you're thinking like, how the hell do I come up with this stuff? To come up with goals that actually matter, you want to start writing with. To come up with goals that actually matter, you want to start with writing down your desires. So your desires could be get fit, eat healthier, make money, like things like that are really just simple like that. And then from there, when you got your desires, you turn them into goals. So then now you start breaking it down and trying to figure out how to hit each of those goals. So if it was to make money, like when I teach the youth and they say make money, to turn that into a goal would be find a job, ask family and friends, go on Marketplace or go on Facebook or anything like that and try and find something you can do. So if half of them, they go on Marketplace and try to find something for cheaper and then they resell it. Or they go on those Facebook community pages and post up about doing lawns, you know, anything like that. So that's how you turn your desires into a goal. If it's to do with eating, like getting healthy, your goals would be two different things. It would be fitness and then it would be health. So you have to control how you eat and things like that. And then there's another way you can do it as well. You can write down 10 things on a page. So you write down 10 goals. And then the first step would be, if any of them could come true in the next 24 hours, what one would it be? And that normally forces you to pick the one that's the most scariest. Because most of the time people are like, oh, nah, that one won't happen. That's the one you go for. I'm telling you, you go for that one. And then once you get that one, you write it on a new page. And then you set a deadline for it straight away. That's the second step. So you've got your scary goal now that you think won't happen. Now you set a deadline for it. It can be 2 years, 3 years, whatever. Then once you write that down, you want to write down a list of everything you need to do to accomplish it. So now that you've got that list of everything, those are goals there. Those are small little wins that you want to write on another page. And then you can just start organizing it into a list and then start ticking them off as you go. So
That's
now
a really good tool.
Now you've fully broken down your most scariest goal and now it becomes reality. And that's kind of where people get scared as well, because they're like, oh shit, like this is going to change me forever.
Yeah.
Because you can actually see that you can hit that goal.
Especially if you smash out a really big goal first.
Yeah.
Because then you're like, oh, I can actually do anything.
Yeah, exactly. It gives you that mentality.
And things that you can add around your goals are things like visualization, manifesting, vision boards, affirmations. Those are all going to power up positive energy around that goal and attract a lot of that, or a lot of those small wins coming in.
Yeah, exactly. So if you got like, a goal to have a house and a family and stuff like that, make a vision board. Just go on Google. It's easy as you can just type house, whatever. Find the house, find how much people you want in your family, because you're not going to find what you want your family to look like. And then create a vision board.
Yeah. Even like have pictures of the inside or outside of that house and print out photos of your family like in the house.
Yeah.
Because that is the ultimate visualization, is like seeing yourself there, like knowing you're going to be there, expecting you're going to get there. So it's all about dream, believe, then receive.
That was fire, baby.
Learned it probably off you. No, I didn't.
No. So with affirmations, how should I talk about affirmations? That's a very, very powerful tool when you're working towards a goal.
We do have an episode on it, by the way.
Yeah. Episodes, nah. But yeah, we've got an episode on it. But yeah, that's a very, very good tool that you want to use. It kind of creates a backstop in your head and it also rewires your subconscious mind. So if you're repeating the same affirmation all the time, it finally gets out of your conscious mind and goes into your subconscious mind. So if you ever go to do something that is against your goal, you would almost react to it and be like, oh, what the hell? I'm not going to do that. So if it was to get healthy and you kept repeating to yourself that you're a certain way, you're trying your best to become healthy, if there was like food or anything that you walk past, you wouldn't even bother to grab it because your subconscious mind is now reprogrammed.
It's like self-conception, what we talk about. I think it's also in our affirmations episode. I think that's where I spoke about self-conception. It's like also when you write that goal, it might be a goal of someone that you have like attached to a type of person. So that's like your self-conception, how you see yourself. You want to see yourself as that goal, like as the person that hits that goal. Because if you have your self-conception, then you're always going to do stuff that person does. So like when I picture myself as like this healthy person that I am now, I think this is where I've got this like block now towards, this is just such a weird example, but I have this block towards pasta now, and I used to be like 3 times a week, a big pasta girly, like big staple in my weekly meals. And ever since I gave up carbs and sugar, I look at pasta and I'm like, that is slop. It is so disgusting. Because for the first few weeks, I would say I was like craving pasta. And then I was like, when I would see pasta, I was like, no, that girl doesn't eat pasta. Like, I don't eat like that. And I would just tell myself, I don't eat like that. Like, I know exactly what that tastes like. I know exactly how I feel afterwards for days later as well. And now I just have this block with it where I'm like, I actually don't think I'm going to ever eat it again. It just looks like slop is all I can explain it as.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's part of your self-conception. You naturally just stop doing things when you like tell yourself, that's not for me, because that's not who I see myself. That's not who I show up as. And so, yeah, it's a big part of it.
Also, another one that's more relatable for you guys out there. If you ever want to be an athlete, so just say you wanted to be in the NBA, like you're not just going to be playing at the local park being like, damn it, hopefully I make it to the NBA this year. You're going to fully embody and watch what they do. So you'll start acting and training like that person that's in the NBA. Like that's what she's talking about. You want to fully embody that and become that person. Be training all the time, eating healthy, start acting different, watch what you do, get into less trouble, anything like that. So that's what you want to do. You want to try and embody that person so you can become that person. Yeah, also with your goals, the more clearer you are and the more specific you are, the easier it will be. And it's easier to hold that vision as well. So try and, like I said before, you want to try and break that down so you can actually be specific. And then you want to set dates for each of those goals. And along the way as well, you want to like cultivate discipline and like daily habits. So you just want to start small. So just be stuff that's non-negotiable. So my non-negotiable is training every day. Like I'll just do that no matter what. Even when I wake up at 4 a.m, being like, fuck, I can't be doing this. Like I just do it anyway. That's just one of my daily habits. So you want to start creating little ones of that, and then it will get bigger and bigger. Don't just go straight away into a goal and try and hit everything straight away. It's not going to happen. That's why people all fail their New Year's resolutions, because they start the new year and then try and smash everything out straight away. Just start with learning little daily habits.
I think this stat is something crazy, like 85% of people fail within the first month.
Yeah.
And do you know what it is? It's because people are going in and saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to give up this, I'm going to do that, without like warming themselves up towards it. So we're going to do tips for how to kind of prepare for your New Year's resolutions so that you don't fall off within that first month. So an example of a tip might be, say you want to go sober next year. You could try go to a Christmas function this month sober. and just see how much fun you have. Because you do still have fun sober. Like, we still go out. We still have fun. And also maybe see how other people are behaving, and knowing that you probably would have behaved just like that, and it's enough to turn you off. But yeah, so another tip would be, say you want to start eating clean, or you want to go specific diet like carnivore next year. Start adding some of those meals in before the end of the year's up. Don't just try and go into it next year and, you know, and then you'll have one day where you like fall off and then be like, oh, well, I've failed. So chuck that goal in the bin, or chuck that resolution in the bin. It doesn't have to be like that. So yeah, if you're not following Re3, give us a follow, because we are going to be putting up one tip a day for the whole month of December to keep you guys on track.
Yes, sir.
How hard was it for you to like drop building and just like go balls to the wall and like start your mindset program and start working with youth and doing like boxing and mindset with the youth? Like, was it scary? How did you get the courage to do that?
Yeah, it was the scariest thing I've ever done. It was hard as, but the courage came from those clients I'd done for free at the start.
Yeah.
That's where I was like, oh
True.
shit. And I got like a buzz. I was like, from their lives changing completely.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit. Like, this is what actually
Because
fucking
you
happened.
knew it worked from like doing it yourself.
Yeah.
But actually helping other people and seeing.
Yeah. And then from there, I was like, this is what I want to do,
Yeah.
because it's rewarding on both ends.
Yeah, totally.
And now I'm just like hungry to help heaps of people all the time.
Yeah. So I
So-
guess that's a tip for like going after what you want and like kind of just taking a risk would be, how can I do this while I'm still doing the main thing that I'm doing? Like almost like a side hustle. So you have to start like a side hustle. Yeah, do like work for free is a huge one.
Yeah.
It's
Definitely.
such a big thing.
Yeah.
Like, say you want to start a lawn mowing business, like go and mow 5 people's lawns for free, do a fucking epic job and say, hey, can I come back and do this weekly?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like everyone wants to get paid for every single minute spent on something these days, and they don't want to put in the hard work and like dedicate some of their time for free to do it.
Yeah. Hard out. Yeah. That's definitely a massive tip. Doing shit for free. Like, I still do the odd client for free if they can't afford it, but I can see like they really want to change. Like, that's my actual goal, is to change people, not get the change that comes from it.
Yeah, totally.
But
I guess it's kind of like my line of work as well, with like content creation. Like at the start, like for 2 years, I've just done like gifted work. So companies would like send me stuff. I put it on my story or make reels or TikToks on it. And I'm like, my affirmations and stuff are all around getting paid content now. Well, they have been for a while, and that's what I'm getting now. But you have to put in that free work. You have to like really just work hard, keep consistent with it, and like don't worry about like, oh, I wish, you know, I was getting paid for this or whatever. Like, turn your I wish into a I am.
yeah.
Turn it into an affirmation. Keep working hard and stay consistent. And just crank those affirmations out. Start some goals.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's how you can really like go after what you want, but also having confidence, like,
Yeah. But that goes with everything. Like, so if this sounds like, oh, that's too hard to do, like, this goes with everything. It's the same as sports. Like, you just go and play in a community team, and then you get scouted into a rep team, and you're playing for ages for free. Like, because you're doing it out of love. You're doing something you love, and you're trusting your vision that you're going to get there. And then all of a sudden, boom, you get that contract, you start getting paid for it. Like, it's the same thing.
yeah,
It's the same thing. So just know that that free work is very important.
yeah,
And yeah, like she said as well, taking risks, that's important as well. You got to take risks. Like, if you write down your desires in life, so my desires would be do boxing, mindset, train a lot, and hang out with my family. Like, that's what I want in my life with my time on this earth. And that's what we got now.
yeah,
Like and I'm still working towards that to be.
That's the same with me. Like, all I wanted to do was be a stay-at-home mum and like be at home with my kids and not have them in like full-time care or anything. And obviously, with what's going on in the world, like financially, I was like, how can I get paid for this? Like, I need to have an income, but I also don't want to like chuck my kids in full-time care. That's no judgment, by the way.
How did you have the courage to start content creating or even going down that path? Like, was it hard to?
Yeah, it was actually. Just in terms of like second guessing what people thought about me, or like, yeah, because I kind of just like fell into content creation. Like, in 2020, my brother had an accident and he got like he's paralyzed basically. He's a lot better now. But during that time, I like was documenting his whole journey of like spinal rehab, and I was posting like bits on Instagram, and people were like so invested. Like, how's your brother? Like, I mean, like hundreds and hundreds of people messaging like for updates. Like, people were so invested, and I documented the whole thing, and then the lockdown happened. And he only kept me updated because I had like documented everything. And I knew that he was like gonna come out of there walking, even though the doctors were like, he's 0% chance of walking or using his arms ever again. And he just laughed at them and said, watch this. And so he told me the day that he was getting out of spinal rehab, I think it was like after one of the lockdowns. And he told me to be there like a couple of hours early so that we could set up and like film my mum and his dad's reaction. And it was the best thing ever. Like, I've never seen my stepdad cry before. And like, he basically like walked out of rehab to my mum and his dad. And so I had this like 10-minute long video, and my sister posted it on YouTube, and I still had so many people asking like, how's your brother? And so I was like, oh, I'll just make like a shorter version and put it on TikTok so that I can like divert people there and be like, here's the video, instead of like a 10-minute one on YouTube. And then I didn't have notifications on or anything, and my sister was like, have you seen Sydney's video? And I was like, no. And she's like, it's gone viral. And I was thinking like maybe like 1,000 views, and it was on like 100K. And I was like, what the hell? And then I think it's at like 6 million now. And I gained, I think, like 10,000 followers from that on TikTok. And then Tim actually was the one that was just like forcing me to make more content, because I noticed that all those people were actually coming back to like comment on all my like random mum stuff and like,
Yeah.
and then I started vlogging, and I fell in love with vlogging so much, because every time we make a vlog, we sit down and watch it with the kids, and we just like laugh and like cuddle, and like there's nice bits, and we're like, oh, I love you, and like it's so fun. Like, vlogging is so fun. And so yeah, I did take a bit of a risk doing that, because I was quite aware of tall poppy syndrome in New Zealand, and it's just so fucking bad here. And yeah, I found out that like a few of my close friends had like shared some of my videos around and were like laughing at me or like calling me cringe and stuff, and that like got me down for a little bit. And after a while, I just like got over it, and I was like, do you know what? I betcha every single person with tall poppy syndrome has bought something online from someone they've seen like promote it. So you're either like, at the end of the day, you're either an influencer or you're getting influenced. One's making money, one is not. So yeah, I just got over it, and I was like, do you know what? I'm going to fucking put this content out, and just decided like, I'm not making content for like these people. I'm not making content I'm not even making content for my friends and family. Like, I'm making content for like people that want to support me and people that love watching my videos because yeah, I think it was actually like it took me meeting some people like outside in like the real world, and they were like, "Oh, I watch your videos. Like, I love your vlogs. Your family's so cute." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Fuck, I have to keep doing this."
Yeah.
And then now, yeah, when I started wanting to earn like money and stuff from it, I just started like manifesting brands that kind of aligned with me. And that's when I worked with Willita. Like, I'm a really big supporter of Willita, and I got paid work from them. And then actually my most recent one, I love this brand, Mum Cozy, and they do a wearable breast pump. And at the start of my pregnancy, I was like, I really want to work, like that's my ultimate goal, is to like work with Mum Cozy in this pregnancy, or like this, you know, after I have the baby. And it's so crazy. I was sitting on on the couch at my sister's house with my sister and my mum, and my sister was showing me her Mum Cozy that she had just bought, and I was like, oh my God, like I've been manifesting working with them. I so want to work with them and blah, blah, blah. And I literally had their pump in my hands, and I get an email on my phone. It's Mum Cozy wanting to collaborate. I was like, my mum and sister were like, what's happened? What's happened? I couldn't even talk. I was like, because it was just one of those, if you've ever had a manifestation like come real, like into real reality, it's the most craziest thing. But I've never had one come into reality where I'm literally like doing that right then and there.
Yeah.
And I like showed my mum and sister. They were all just like, what the fuck? And so, yeah, I did an ad with them, and it was awesome. But it just made me stick at more goals and stick at more affirmations and manifesting, because I'm like, this fucking works.
Yeah.
Like, it works. And it was so cool to have my mum and sister there to like, because I tell them about manifesting, you know. And so, like, it was so cool to have them there and like witness that with me, or like experience that with me.
Yeah. Hard.
But yeah.
Behind that manifestation though that she's talking about, she's done the hard work. Like she's
Yeah.
put the hard yards in behind that manifestation.
But that's what manifestation does to you naturally. If
Yeah.
you're manifesting it and like saying affirmations around it and visualizing it all the time, it's always in the front of your brain. So you're always going to do like hard work that also contributes to bringing that into reality.
Yeah.
It like keeps you in that, like on that vibration, on that frequency. It keeps you like just always like thinking about your goals and what you want.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so if content creation is something that you want to get into, like I know it's so popular now. I've only been doing it for like 3 years, around about 3 years. And it's not an easy way to make money, and it's not a fast money type thing. Like, it is very saturated, it's hard, and it's a lot of free work. Like, yeah, you get gifted a few things, but like at the end of the day, a box of nappies is not going to pay your bills, you know? Like, you have to just keep the bigger goals in mind.
Yeah.
But I did want to just give some tips on like having courage and stuff like that, because content creation can be like that. Like, this is what I love about TikTok, is like I have this big group of like other creators. So we just like pump each other up, or like we meet up and we like just bounce off each other for content ideas. And we also like go through and like each other's videos, comments and things like that. So that is probably the biggest tip, is just surround yourself with people that want to see you win. People that are going to mention your name in, you know, a room full of opportunity. I don't have time for like people that, like, if I can support your business in a really easy way that takes 1 second, like it does mine, literally, like, and like if you're like one of my friends or my family and watching my content and just like not even liking it, it's just so weird.
Yeah.
Like maybe you forget, maybe you get like trapped in the video and you forget, but like I just don't get when people don't just like give it a like.
I know.
It's
I know.
just so weird to
I'm
me.
actually making a video on that today
Are you?
because it fucks me off as well. Like,
I don't want to spend too much energy on it as
yeah,
well.
yeah. Hard
Because
out.
like I don't know. But I think people just get, maybe we should talk about the tall poppy syndrome.
But one thing hold on, I just want to say, one thing I did learn though is like, there's a niche for everyone. Like, if you like posting about what you're doing and your family doesn't, there's people out there looking for what you're posting about.
Yeah.
So just like stick to your guns. Just stick to your guns. Like Max's content's all about being a mum, taking care of the house. Like I wouldn't go watch that shit. But there's people out there that love it.
Yeah.
So like just stick to your guns. Like
Yeah.
there's people out there doing random ass stuff like
You could
miniature
be-
cooking and
You could be anything you want to
anything you want.
be. You can be the master at bark or grass or like lawn tips.
Yeah. Anything like that, I'm telling you, just stick to your guns because there is people out there.
Yeah.
And that's why I changed from, I was posting only on my story, like motivational stuff. And then my good friend Mez was like, bro, you need to be posting that as reels because the only place that I'm reaching right now is my followers.
Yeah, and they can't be shared.
Yeah, but if I post it as a reel, then it gets shot out everywhere around the world. And then that's how you bring in people that love seeing that sort of content.
Yeah.
So just bite the bullet, realize that social media isn't for your friends and family because it never will be because they're not all into the same stuff as you, but it's for people out there in the world. And the
Yeah.
only way to do that is put it out there in a reel or a post.
Take the video, post the video, do it again and again and again.
And again, and it'll get out there.
Yeah, for
I've only
sure.
just started doing it like that for like maybe half of this year, but I'm enjoying it
Yeah.
way better.
So I think that's like the biggest tip I actually got from you was like, I'm not posting for my friends and family. I'm posting like for my supporters and like people that want to see me win.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, surrounding yourself with people that want to see you win. And also it's basically, and also knowing that you're not posting for friends and family, it'll just take out the whole opinion of those people. Like you won't even think about it because that's not the direction you're going with your content.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you
yeah.
got a tip?
And like what I got out of what she said as well, which is really important, I was going to bring it up as well. It's basically you got to find mentors as well. And like mentors isn't some person that's sitting up here. It's just someone that's basically taking risks for a living, like living out of their comfort zone, always pushing the limits. Find mentors like that and just reach out and message them. You might not
Yeah.
even know them.
Totally.
Like just message them or like just try and get to know them just so you can be in that same sort of energy and vibing off them. And then also what I got from her is finding people that are supportive. Like fuck the rest. Who cares about the people that aren't supporting you?
Just find your team. Like honestly,
Yeah.
there's a group of like 10 of us on there and we're all content creators. There's no competitiveness. It's all just support.
Yeah.
Like we're just all supporting each other and
Yeah.
want to like help each other because there is room for everyone because everyone has their niche. Like I might be posting content that's like, say me and my friend Zaria, she posts a little bit of mum content. I post a little bit of mum content, but she's like a mum that is going through med school right now. So that is her niche, is like, you know, like just doing mum stuff, but also working really hard, student life, midlife, you know, where it's way different to me. I'm like stay at home mum life. Like, this is where I want to go with my career, but make money off it. I just want to be like Martha Stewart, basically. But yeah, just find your people.
Yeah. And your people doesn't have to be people that you know. Like you could just, someone could message you on Instagram and then all of a sudden you got a little bit of a relationship.
Yeah,
Like that's your team right there.
totally.
Like
Like
your
I
team-
became friends with my friend Gemma. Like she is another content creator and another like just a girl's girl. But she's like, babe, you need a manager. Like, here's my manager's number. Message my manager. Tell my manager that I sent you. Love you, Gem. You're such a girl's girl. But yeah, that's what I mean. Like, there's just no competition. It's just like everyone wants to see everyone win when you find that good circle.
Yeah, hard out. So if
But you've got to create it. You've also got to create it. You've got to start DMing people. You've got to like talk to other people in the same line as you.
Yeah, you got to stay uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Got to grow.
Yeah.
Also, another thing that can take you off the track is distractions. Like, you want to figure out what's distracting you, what's pulling you away from your goals, and then you want to try and minimize it as much as you can. So if you need your spare time to be studying your goals or studying something towards your goals, don't use it to go meet the boys at the pub. They're going to be doing the same shit that they're doing last weekend. Like, use that time correctly. Just try to figure out what is distracting you so you can,
Yeah. That
focus
reminds
on-
me of one of the tips that we're doing for December as well, is within that whole find your circle thing. Say you want to go sober next year and you bring it up with your friends. Just take note of who is supportive of that and who is laughing at you going, yeah, whatever. Take note of that, because those are the people not to answer their texts in the new year, not to answer their calls in the new year. If it's, you know, like, come on, bro. Surely you're not gonna go sober the whole year. May as well have a drink now.
Yeah.
You know, so like, those are the people that are gonna distract you and not support you. So yeah, best to avoid.
Yeah.
Avoid all people that are just gonna bring you down.
Yeah. Your boys won't support you at the start as well, but eventually they'll just stop inviting you, and then that's when you inside you're like, oh fuck, why don't they invite me anymore? But it's actually them, just like, it's their way of supporting you, being like, what's the point of fucking inviting him? He's not going to come. Like, you got to get used to that as well.
Yeah.
That's what I had to get used to, like,
Yeah.
just seeing the boys out and stuff. But like, and then you realize that's not even me anymore.
Should we just quickly like bullet point some of the tips just so they're like really fresh in the mind
Yep.
for people to take away? So let's not go on a big tangent behind every tip we say though.
Yeah.
Okay. Tip number 1, find your circle.
Yeah. Tip number 2, get your desires, turn them into goals, and then break it down.
Tip number 3, eliminate distraction.
Tip number 4, cultivate daily positive habits.
Tip number 5, invite some spiritual practices around goal setting to help attract what you truly want.
Tip number 6, visualize the end goal, the end result.
Tip number 7, stay consistent.
Okay.
Wait, no. Tip number 7, don't be afraid to work for free.
Oh, that's a good one. Tip number 8, reach out to potential mentors.
Should we go tip number 10? Stay uncomfortable.
Nah. I knew you were going to say that for some reason.
Tip number 9, find your why.
Ooh. Tip number 10, get comfortable with failures. And that's us, guys.
Yeah. Wait, Tommy,
Tommy.
baby. What do you and Daddy do at night?
Aspirations.
Affirmations.
Yeah.
Can you tell us some of your affirmations? Or what is an affirmation?
I love my family
You love your family?
and I'm strong
You're strong?
and kind.
You're kind?
Yeah. Confident.
I am confident.
Confident.
You say, I am
I am
confident.
confident. I can do anything.
You can do anything?
I'm strong.
Huh? You're strong?
I love family.
You love your family?
My family love me.
Everybody loves me.
I love my family.
We love you.
Shy boy.
All right.
Okay, you can go. No. All
So-
right. Thanks for tapping in, guys.
Peace.
Peace.
Don't forget to subscribe, please. Don't forget to subscribe, you guys. Say subscribe.
subscribe.